The real solution, this is the part of the video I want you to watch, and you're probably not listening to it. Too late in the video, you couldn't sit around. Well, those of you who did, this is the secret for you. Coach Greg, and boy do I have a good video for you today. Jeremy Ethier got it wrong, all wrong yet again. Gonna prove it beyond any reasonable doubt. He apparently doesn't know how to multiply, can't do math. This is simple. Imagine having over 4 million followers and over 2.3 million people watch this video. Not a single one caught the mistake. But Coach Greg watches it in 5 seconds. Why is he getting this wrong? But no, Coach Greg, he doesn't know what he's talking about. And so perhaps this is why Jeremy Ethier never made Jeff Cavalier's list of his favorite YouTubers to watch on fitness. And remember, I've caught mistakes from Jeremy in multiple videos. Consistently does not know how to accurately report the science. Sure, he reads it, sees it, just doesn't know what it means. And so wait till you see, I'm gonna spoil it right now, he thinks he only burned 200 calories in an hour walking. 3 miles an hour, 170-pound individual. 200 calories an hour. I was watching it, I was like, how did he not notice this? How could he get it this far wrong? How could he do this? How could Jeremy, who has a team of people working for him, not notice such an enormous mistake? So we're going to watch the video, explain how he got it wrong, prove what he got it wrong, and explain to you what exactly is the best way to burn stubborn belly fat.
Belly fat is really easy to gain and notoriously hard to lose.
And so is belly fat in fact hard to lose? It depends. It's hard for some and easy for others. It depends on your genetics. I've coached people in the past, woman in particular, shredded six-pack, veins in her abs. From the waist up, she looked mind-blowing shredded. Bottom half, 25 to 30 pounds of cellulite, a tremendous amount of weight. Guess her weight, 174 pounds. 174, 5 feet 4 inches tall. Six-pack, shredded. But this happens all the time. And the exact opposite. Seeing guys shredded quads, cross-threaded, looking like Chris Bumstead. Unbelievable. Lift up the shirt, not a single ab in sight. And so depending on your genetics, that is ultimately going to determine how easy it is to burn belly fat.
Most people's genetics prioritize abdominal fat loss last.
And is it most people prioritize burning abdominal belly fat last? No, it's in fact men. For the most part, it's predominantly men who have a harder time losing belly fat, while women, they find it much easier.
Now you guys are smart, and you're probably already aware of this.
Yeah, we're smart, Jeremy. We know how to multiply. We're soon going to find out, is Jeremy Ethier actually smart?
Burn more calories and shred belly fat faster by incorporating things like running, rowing, cycling, or even HIIT workouts.
And yeah, Jeremy, doing cardio, running, jogging, swimming, bike riding, HIIT cardio, steady state, moderate pace, whatever you decide to do, it's a good choice in order to help you burn off body fat.
30-minute running session would lead to 360 calories burned. Do that 3 times a week for a year. This routine would amount to about 16 pounds of additional fat loss per year.
And correct, so jogging 30 minutes a day, 3 times a week, that's 90 minutes in total. That's less than the 150 minutes suggested. That would result in 16 pounds of fat loss in a year. That's really good. Nothing wrong with that. So I'm totally on board with that. However, I would suggest upping it from 90 minutes to 150. But hey, that's a great place to start. And so perhaps they do the 90 minutes of jogging and they add in another 60 from walking, biking, swimming, hiking, bird watching, golfing, doing something. Wouldn't that make sense?
Now, while this does sound great on paper, the truth is the overwhelming majority of people can't actually stick with traditional cardio long enough.
Whoa, Jeremy. Okay, so Jeremy just says the problem with this is the overwhelming majority of people can't stick to doing long-term cardio. The overwhelming majority. That's a little foreshadowing for you out there, as he's now going to talk about what percent can actually stick to it versus can an overwhelming majority can't stick to it. Well, let's see.
Even in studies where subjects are assigned to cardio sessions to do, dropout rates tend to be on average almost 20%.
Oh, and so when subjects were assigned cardio, 20% dropped out. That means 80% didn't drop out. He just said the overwhelming majority couldn't stick to it, but yet in these studies, 80% could stick to it. Just a quick math lesson, majority means more than half. Anything above 50% is a majority. 80% could stick to it. 20% could not. And so the overwhelming majority, 80%, could actually stick to it. Does that not make sense, Jeremy? I'm just pointing out the facts. I'm just talking about what you're saying. You're saying most people, they can't stick to cardio. But the studies are saying 80% can. And here's another caveat. They were assigned cardio. You have to do this. You are going to walk on a treadmill. Oh, but I don't like walking on treadmills. I find it boring. I prefer outside. Too bad you're assigned this. And so imagine if you could choose the form of cardio that you like. Would that not have a significant impact on whether you will stick to it or not? Case in point, my girlfriend, Allie. She says, I'm going to start doing exercise. She gets on the treadmill, hates it, doesn't like it, does probably 2 or 3 sessions, then quits. Month after month, year after year, she keeps quitting. She starts and then quits. I don't like it, she quits. What if she found something she liked, that she enjoyed? And so get what she's recently done. She's joined a boxing exercise fitness class with cool lighting. She goes and she has fun. Other people are there. They're punching things, jumping around. She's having a great time. And guess what? She's going all the time. I'm so sore I can't walk. But yet she still goes because she loves it. What is my advice? Babe, slow it down. You don't have to push so hard. Ease your way into it. Harder than last time. Go easy at the start and go harder later. She can't. She loves to push herself. She's enjoying it. Walking on the treadmill, she's walking 2 miles an hour and hating it. And so think of it. What do you really need to do to lose weight and keep it off for the rest of your life? You need a form of cardio, a diet that you enjoy, that you will stick to. And so choose the cardio that you like and do it, whatever that may be. I don't care what it is. You like golfing? Golf. Do you think it's going to be hard for you to golf on that beautiful Saturday afternoon? Oh, I hate going to that golf course. You know, a sport that I love where I got to walk the golf course on my Saturday afternoon in this gorgeous weather. Why would I want to do that? And so why are people dropping out? Because they hate what they're doing. Look at Will Smith. Oh, I'm going to lose 20 pounds in 20 weeks and be in the shape of my life. Only he quits at week 15. Did you watch the video? Why did he quit? Why do you think? Up at 5 o'clock. Hates the sprints, the runs, doesn't enjoy it. Doesn't like his diet. What are the chances he's going to stick to it? And even if he does, you think he's going to maintain that? Of course not. Yeah, I could do it for a role in a movie. Yeah, I've been paid $20 million. Go do that. Easy at that point. Lots of motivation. But what happens when you take that extrinsic, external motivation away? You quit. You stop doing the cardio. You start eating the junk again. You put on the weight. Rebound. Yo-yo diet. Year after year. And so choose the exercise that you like. And get my friggin' cookbook. Low calorie, high volume meals with lots of protein for the big eater. Why stop eating all the foods that you love when you can continue to eat them? You get the book, you find a recipe, whatever you love, lasagna, burgers, whatever, and you make it lower in calories. It's that freaking simple. Why do you think I've been able to lose all this weight and keep it off my entire life? You think I have amazing genetics? You think my parents are shredded? No! It's because I found the diet that I enjoy and I do cardio that I love. How hard do you think it is for me to get on my bike when I can't wait to go ride? It's fun for me. When you go to see a movie, is it a challenge? Oh, I gotta go watch this really good movie that I can't wait to see. When you're watching your favorite Netflix series, is it hard? Oh, I have to watch episode number 2. Oh, I love it so much. I hate having to watch it. No, you like it and so you do it. It's easy. When I go to do cardio, I like it. It is easy. Easy for me to go hard because it's fun for me. Don't you wish you had an exercise that was fun? I do. I want you to have that. I want you to enjoy health and fitness the way I do. I don't want you to struggle on a diet. I made a diet easy to follow because it tastes amazing. No longer you eating chicken, broccoli, freaking rice. No, if you like eating that, fine. Most of us don't. We like having variety. We like eating our favorite meals. Get the book, find some cardio that you like, and do it for the rest of your life.
I personally used running and HIIT regularly in the past to get me down to very lean levels. They were brutal. They required a lot of willpower.
Exactly. You used to do all this HIIT cardio and stuff. Needed a lot of willpower. Just like Will Smith. Need a lot of willpower. Willpower runs out, you give up. And so the key, find cardio you like doing. Find a diet that you enjoy that doesn't feel like you're on a diet. This information to me, it's so freaking easy, but yet I make hundreds, if not thousands of videos talking about it, and for some reason people don't just all clue in. I'm going to get the book, I'm going to find some cardio that's fun, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to solve the obesity epidemic of the world. It's literally that simple, people.
It's the easiest to maintain, lowest stress, lowest fatigue, most versatile form of cardio. Walking. Now I know what you're thinking.
And so Jeremy's suggestion, walking. And he goes, I know what you're thinking. Walking doesn't burn a lot of calories. No, Jeremy, that's not what we're thinking until you told us that it doesn't. And you got it wrong. You didn't do the math. You think walking burns hardly any calories. 200 in an hour for a 170-pound person. But you got the math wrong big time!
What they found is that intense forms of cardio like HIIT or running didn't provide any superior fat loss effect when compared to longer yet less intense forms of cardio such as walking.
And so the body doesn't care. As long as you're in a deficit, it does not care. If you choose to run, sprint, do HIIT cardio and burn off a lot of calories in a short period of time, or slow it down, take your time, burn it off over a longer period of time. Body doesn't care. End of the day, calories in, calories out. I'm sure you all know that by now. And so if you burn off 400 calories in a 30-minute HIIT session, oh my goodness, or 400 calories over an hour, slowing it down a pace, it's still 400 calories. Calories in, calories out. And so regardless of the one you want to do, just do it. Choose the one you want.
A 170-pound individual walking at a casual 3 miles per hour can expect to burn an additional 3.4 calories per minute and roughly 200 calories per hour.
Lies. And actually, I don't think it's lies. I think it's a lack of ability to do math. And so if you want to know how a 170-pound person only burns off 200 calories in an hour walking, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the mistake he made and how he got to that. I used to teach math. I was a school teacher. And so remember when your math teacher said, show your work? There was a reason for that. You knew the answer top of your head. Great! Show your work. How did you come to that solution? I need to know that because I need to know you understand the formulas, the calculations are going on, and I can correct you, help you when you make a mistake, and show you how you got it wrong. And so we're going to do that right now. Jeremy, master's in kinesiology, clearly smart individual. But if he doesn't show his work, doesn't check it, or doesn't have any person on his team checking it, you can easily make a silly mistake, simple mistake. And perhaps Jeremy didn't do the math. Perhaps he just hired somebody, do this video for me, write a script, and I'll read it because I'm Jeremy Ethier. I don't got time to actually get it right. And so as you can see, Jeremy elected to choose 2.8 to 3.2 miles an hour walking on a flat surface. And so you can see on the left, 3.5. That's not 3.5 calories, it's 3.5 METs. Metabolic equivalents. That is a multiple of the amount of calories you're burning in comparison to how many calories you burn at rest. As in, compared to your BMR, how many more calories are you burning? And so in this example, if you're walking 3 miles per hour on average, which is what most people can do when they walk, 3 miles an hour, not bad. I went for a walk on purpose, said, how fast can I walk? 3.5 miles an hour, what was comfortable for me? My friends had a hard time keeping up. 3 miles an hour, what most of them could do, and these are fit individuals. And so 3 miles per hour, that is what most people can walk at. It is a comfortable pace for an hour. And so when it says 3.5, that is a multiple of how many calories you're burning at rest. If it said 10, it would be 10 times more calories. And so let's say you're burning 50 calories at rest. If you're going at a MET of 2, you're burning 100 calories. MET of 10, 500. If you're going at a MET of 2, which is basically almost doing nothing, you're burning off an extra 100 calories per hour. MET of 10, 500 calories. 20, you're an Olympic athlete, unbelievable fitness level, 1,000 calories. And so the formula, quite simple if you have around a grade 9 education. If you're younger than that, you haven't done multiplications, going to be pretty hard. But for a grade 9 student, this is an excellent example of multiplication and division that I would teach to someone in grade 9. Obviously, some people are better at math than others, and so this may or may not be difficult for you. And so the formula to calculate calories is METs times 3.5 times your body weight in kilograms divided by 200. And so we know the METs of walking as it's on the chart. It says 3.5. And so you take 3.5 times 3.5 times your weight in kilograms, not pounds, but kilograms. And so 170 pounds, you'd have to divide by 2.2 to get your weight in kilograms. This is about 77. And so you take 3.5 times 3.5 times 77 divided by 200 equals, that is how many calories you're burning per minute. So since Jeremy never showed his work, it took a little digging. Rather than 3.5 METs, he typed in 2.5. And so if you do all the same math out, it works out to exactly 200 calories per hour. And so what was the mistake Jeremy never did? He never wrote in 3.5. He wrote in 2.5. So you're thinking, that's not a big deal, so what? Well, 2.3 million people now think that you only burn 200 calories in an hour walking. He's trying to motivate people to walk, saying, hey, walking is better than running. But when you watch the video, you might get discouraged. 170-pound person burns 200 calories in an hour. I'm only 130 pounds. That means I burn even less. And so in a Coach Greg Seco bar, 200 calories, that's going to take me an hour to burn off. That 1,000 calorie cheesecake I had at the restaurant last night, 5 hours of walking to burn it off. Really? But he's saying walking, it's so great, burns all these calories, so much better than running. Yet he's saying you burn 360 calories in 30 minutes going for a jog. And so which would you find easier? And so if using the math presented by Jeremy, you could go for a 16-minute jog or walk for an hour. And so imagine you're trying to burn off 1 pound of fat a week. 500 calorie deficit, not too bad, not too hard. 200 calories per hour walking would take 2.5 hours a day. And so according to Jeremy, you would have to walk 2.5 hours every single day to burn off 1 pound of fat a week. Or jog for 41 minutes. And no, I'm not saying everyone can go out and jog 41 minutes, but which would most people have time for? Walking for 2.5 hours every single day or jogging for 41 minutes? Replace jogging with cycling or any form of moderate activity cardio. Which would be easier? Which would be more sustainable? Personally, I think it's more sustainable to exercise at a moderate intensity. Personally, I find it easier to go a little bit harder, not really hard, but a moderate pace. Something where I feel I'm pushing, but not too hard, than going for 2.5 hours at a slow pace every single day. That would be equivalent to 17.5 hours of cardio a week to burn 1 pound of fat. And so are you now motivated? Let's get out there and walk. Really think about it. That is the math he's presenting.
Over the course of the year, that's an additional 31,200 calories burned, which would amount to about 9 pounds of fat loss. And the math checks out in the literature.
And so he does the math out and he said, hey, if you walk 3 hours a week for the course of the year, you're going to burn 9 pounds of fat. And the math checks out in the literature. Only it doesn't. It doesn't.
Over the course of the year, that's an additional 31,200 calories burned, which would amount to about 9 pounds of fat loss. And the math checks out in the literature.
And so in the literature, which he's actually presenting here right now, it literally disproves what he just said. He said in 12 weeks, they burned 3.5 pounds of fat. 3.5 pounds. I'm just laughing right now because in my mind, I'm picturing that guy with the mustache that does like the POV impressions of me and Chris Bumstead and Joe Linder and Noel Deitzel.
Coach Greg, and today we're talking about Chris Bumstead's cycle again, claiming he's only taking about 200 milligrams of testosterone. Now, could you take 200 milligrams of testosterone and win 3 Olympias? No! You can't!
And so I'm picturing in my mind that guy copies Coach Greg, he's doing an impression. And so in the study, they burn off 3.5 pounds of fat in 12 weeks, which equates to 15.2 pounds of fat in a year.
No!
9 pounds of fat in a year is not the same as 15.2. And so Jeremy, if you had the math right, don't you think these numbers would be more in line? 9 pounds of fat in a year, walking, a lot less than 15.2. And so if you did the math right, it'd be 15.2 pounds of fat a year, not 9 as stated in your video. But hey, I'm Jeremy Ethier, science researcher, over 4 million followers. Why would anyone listen to that Coach Greg? He calls out the BS. Shame on that Coach Greg. He's such a bad guy for talking about mistakes made in other people's videos, trying to educate people on how many calories you really will burn if you're doing walks for cardio.
Yes, the running routine will burn more calories in less time, but be honest with yourself. How likely would you be to keep that up for a whole year?
Or ask yourself, how likely are you going to start walking 2.5 hours a day in order to allow yourself to burn off 1 pound of fat in a week? Imagine you hire Jeremy Ethier and you say, hey, my goal is to burn off 1 pound of fat a week, something reasonable. Coach Greg said 0.5 to 1% of my body weight a week. You're 170 pounds, you want to lose weight. And you're like, I just want to lose 1 pound of fat a week. Very, very reasonable. You say to Jeremy, how much walking do I need to do? Jeremy's response, if he does the math according to what he said in this video, 2.5 hours a day, 7 days a week, you're down 1 pound of fat. I'm not bullshitting you. I'm telling you the truth. Telling you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. You probably want to hear running, horrible. Why would anyone jog? The key is just to walk. But is it really? What is the real solution? Doing something you enjoy. And so if you like to jog, you like to walk, do that. But when a YouTuber as famous as this, that's supposed to give out quality information and doesn't, I got to call it out. And so everyone out there, 200 calories per hour walking, that's like walking in and out of the outhouse. Literally, I saw it in the research. 2.5 METs, which is what Jeremy used, it says to and from an outhouse. Literally. And so if you're an old grandma Josephine, walking slowly to poop so you don't poop yourself in the outhouse, You're gonna burn 200 calories per hour. Also could be bird watching or a slow walk. Literally, it's in the friggin' chart.
So now that I've hopefully convinced you of the power of walking, let's dive into how you can easily start applying it to lose fat.
And so next up, Jeremy is going to try to convince you as to how easy it is to get all those steps in. It's so easy. I've already stated it would take 17 and a half hours of walking to burn off 1 pound of fat. 2.5 hours a day, 7 days a week, according to his math. Of course, it's less than that. You would actually burn 282 calories. And so you would need to walk 12.4 hours a week, which is 1.77 hours or an hour and 46 minutes a day to burn off 1 pound of fat. But let's see how easy he says to get in those steps. Let's just see.
The first step is to determine an average of how many steps you're currently taking. Given that the average individual takes about 1,200 steps during 10 minutes of walking.
And wrong again. The average individual walks 1,000 steps in 10 minutes. And I tested it myself, and I'm a little manlet, got short little legs, I walk fast. 105 steps a minute. That's what I took when I went on my walk. He's saying if you go from 3,000 steps to 8 to 10,000, that is really all you need. So try going up to 5,000. It's only 20 minutes of extra walking a day. Great advice. Yes, little things can add up and make a big difference over the course of months and or years.
Try bumping it up by another 2,000 steps and continue doing this with the goal of consistently getting at least 8,000 steps or even up to 15,000 steps per day.
But then he says, keep bumping it up till you get a minimum of 8,000, preferably up to 15,000 steps a day. Okay, let's see how much walking you have to do to get to 15,000 steps. If you're currently at 3,000, that's 12,000 extra steps. 1,000 steps every 10 minutes, 120 minutes, that's 2 hours a day. You now have to add on 2 hours of walking every single day to achieve this target walking, to burn fat, keep it off rest of your life. How many of you have got the time to add in 2 hours of walking a day? Do you got it? Do you have that time? To answer me honestly, what dropout rate do you think we'd see? Hey everyone, the key to walking, it's walking an extra 2 hours a day. On top of the steps you're taking right now, 3,000 a day, walk 2 hours. And so in the comment section, highlighted this guy, he's like, yeah. And so let's see how easy it is. Rudy Smith. Exactly the info I needed. Thanks, coach. I do about 12 to 16,000 steps per day. But I split up between 2 times 1 hour treadmill sessions, morning and afternoon. And so there you have it, very simple. All you have to do is every morning get up, walk for an hour, and then every afternoon, walk another hour. Great! What's next? We gonna take advice from Brandon Carter, walk 20 to 40,000 steps a day? Yeah, sure, I got plenty of time. I'm gonna walk 4 to 6 hours a day. No problem. Who has time for that? And so here's how you really lose weight and keep it off for the rest of your life. The real solution, this is the part of the video I want you to watch, and you're probably not listening to it. Too late in the video, you couldn't sit around. Well, those of you who did, this is the secret for you. Become a better butter burner. What's that? It's when you can burn calories faster, in less time. You become more efficient and therefore you burn more calories in less time. Here's the example. You start out, you're not in shape. You buy a bicycle like Coach Greg did, or you go for a walk, whatever. You do some cardio. You're not in shape, you haven't done it before. You start out, you're not that good. Let's say you walked for an hour and you burnt 300-400 calories. Not bad, that's a great start. Good job. Literally, I'm not being sarcastic. Proud of you for starting out, doing some cardio, and as long as you like it, you're gonna get better at it. And so what did I do? Bought a bicycle, started riding it. First day, wasn't in shape, 15 minutes, burned 150 calories, whatever. Gradually over time, kept going longer. Before you know it, you're going for an hour, you're burning 400, maybe 500 calories. Very quickly, but you don't give up. You keep riding. And with progressive overload, you go a little bit harder every week or two, you just become more efficient, you're better. Your cardiovascular system, it's now working more efficiently. You're now able to go a little bit faster. Instead of riding 25 kilometers an hour, you're riding 26, 27, 28. If you're walking, maybe you walk 3 miles an hour. Pretty soon, 3.5, 4 miles an hour. Before you know it, you're jogging and or you're walking up on an incline, or you're hiking, doing various terrain undulations up and down. You're burning more calories. And it's not harder, you're simply better at it. You become more efficient. Your cardiovascular system is better at pumping blood, getting oxygen to the muscles, and so it's now easier. A year goes by. That 300-400 calories you used to burn in the first hour, it's now 600 or 800. You're burning double the calories you used to because you're better at it. It's not harder, you can do it. Keep going. Keep practicing. Keep training harder than last time. Perhaps a year later, you're burning 1,000 calories plus in an hour. That's what I did. When I started on my bike, I was not fit. Wasn't bad, I'd lifted weights, was in okay condition. But now, racing bikes can burn over 1,000 calories an hour versus 400 to 500 back then. And so think of it. If I'm out there burning 900 calories in an hour on a bike, which I find very easy to do, it's not hard. 900 calories an hour. If I had to walk, it would take me 3. Do you think I have time to walk 3 hours a day? Recording videos, working, perhaps you have a family, you don't have a lot of time. Do you really have 2 to 3 hours a day to commit to burning off those calories? Or would it not make more sense to become a better butter burner? And so consider this. If it once took you an hour to burn off 300 to 400 calories, imagine if you can now do it in 20 minutes. Does that make more sense? Do you not think that you can commit to 20 minutes? When you were out of shape and you first started, going slow, walking, counting the steps, sure, great, makes sense. You're not in shape, you need to do something easy. You're going for a slow walk, you're burning the calories, it adds up. But over time, you keep pushing yourself, you get better at it. Rather than going for an hour to burn 300 calories, you're now doing it in 40 minutes. Not bad, amazing, right? You can get all those calories burnt in a shorter period of time. And you keep working at it, pretty soon, 20 minutes, you're jogging, bike riding, doing whatever form of cardio you like. You're getting the endorphins, the dopamine, the rush from pushing yourself, and you're in much better health. You're now fit. Your friends are looking at you for advice saying, how did you do it? You're in such good shape. You used to be overweight. Now you're running, bike riding, doing triathlons, whatever. How did you do it? Your response? I just listened to Coach Greg. I took it easy at the start and I gradually, over time, I kept going harder than last time. And now, it's easy. Not only that, I got his friggin' cookbook, eating low-calorie dense foods that I enjoy, that taste great, lots of protein, anabolic French toast, protein ice cream, wraps, anabolic pizza, lasagnas, burgers, the list goes on. And it's easy. I discovered his channel 2 years ago, and now I've lost 100 pounds and keeping it off, living my best life. That is literally the example I get every single day. Every day people writing in, Coach, you changed my life, watch your videos. I run into people at the gym, walking the mall, walking down the street in various countries. I got your book, I watch your videos, I've lost the weight, kept it off. I get to listen to this every single day. Do you know how much fun it is to be Coach Greg listening to all these positive stories? My life is absolutely incredible. I get to listen to all these positive stories, to share the message of health and fitness to the world. I used to do it as a physical education teacher to little kids ages 5 to 18. Hundreds of students, amazing, felt like Santa Claus every time I went to school. Kids could not wait to see me. Yay, it's the teacher, Mr. Doucette. We're gonna play lots of fun games and have fun in gym and move our bodies. And now I get to do the exact same thing to everyone, various countries around the world, all ages. That is the privilege that I get to share my information with you. Can't believe how lucky I am to be able to have this platform to share the positive message of health and fitness. Health and fitness is what makes me want to get up every single day. Without it, I don't know what I would do. I literally love it to death, and my wish, the greatest wish I could have, is for you to all love health and fitness the way I do. I love it. If you could feel the way I do every single day, you wouldn't miss it. You wouldn't skip cardio, you wouldn't skip weights, you wouldn't want to fall off the wagon. You would love it so much, if you did fall off, you'd get right back up. And so when I make these videos, it's because I care. I hate to see misinformation. I call out the BS. I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And of course, you want to hear all positivity, and Jeremy's video was perfect and had no mistakes. But that's not the truth. There was a serious mistake. 2.3 million people watched it. No one caught it. I caught it right away because it's what I do. I have so much passion for this. When I saw 200 calories, I gotta make a video. I literally just watch videos all the time, looking for what information people are sharing. When I see something like this, I'm like, I have no choice. I just have to talk about it. And so I really hope you learned something. Whether it's walking, cycling, swimming, pick an activity that you enjoy. Just do it. Try to get in 150 minutes of cardio a week. And don't forget to go harder than last time, to progressive overload. Slowly, gradually. Not like Ali on the first day going all out sore, can hardly move. Go easy, Find something that you love. You will keep doing it for the rest of your life. Add to that a healthy diet from all 4 food groups with low calorie dense foods. This is what I preach. You can get my cookbook or you can watch my videos. I have tons of recipes showing you exactly what to do in videos. Just type in my name, Anabolic. I'm sure you'll find something. Wishing you the best. Ending it here. Interested in harder than last time supplements? Of course, we have tons of those. Click the link in the description. You want a free training program? Become a newsletter subscriber. Close to 20-page free training program. You get that? Click the link in the description. Don't forget to watch the bloops. Subscribe. Click the bell button. Comment for the algorithm. GregDoucette.com for coaching or HTLT Subs for supplements. And until next time, I am out.
No!